Shalom and good day all, this is Tehillim29 back again for another comic review or another DC comic review, and in this review I'll be covering Nightwing. So as you can see, I decided to pick up the Pride variant, and I do like the picture. Why? Because Dick Grayson. And it's actually a nice picture. I'm not really worried about the flag side of things, but you know what, it's really nice. But moving into the main cover, because I'm not going to be rating the variant cover in this, because the variant cover has no connection to the story, but the main cover does. So starting off with the main cover, does this main cover in any way connect to the story? Surprisingly, it does, and for it, I gave the cover an 8 out of 10. So moving into the internal art, which I'll use the variant cover to show the internal art around the beginning, middle and end, so I can give you my rating on that. Alright, and this is some of the art around the beginning. I'll now move to the middle. Some art around the middle. And now I'll finally move towards the end. And some of the art finally at the end. For this, I really enjoyed the art. It's actually starting to pick up in quite a bit of consistency, and it's carrying over from one issue into the other. I appreciate that, and I'm glad Tom Taylor seems to be working with a really good artist. And in this scene actually leads close to a spoiler. Like, really close to a spoiler. I'm not going to say what it is. You have to pick it up to read it for yourself. But I gave this art a 7.5 out of 10. Now, moving into the story rating, as you know, I like to actually have some set parameters to which I like to see within my story. Now, starting off with time, did it give us any references in regards to time? Or even any indications of some form of flashback? Not really, and it could be, again, way clearer on that. But did it affect what happened in the story? Not a lot. What about comic references? Again, it probably wouldn't go astray if there were some comic references. Even if Tom Taylor did a bit of research, looked into, say, some older Nightwing titles, even if it's for Chuck Dixon. The list continues of people who have worked on Nightwing, including Peter J. Tomasi. It wouldn't hurt if he sort of like brought in some references or connections to some of the things that he's bringing in from there. But seeing that there were none of those references, did it affect the story rating? No, not completely. Moving into location, well, surprisingly, it was really nice. We got about 2 locations here, but we still got the unnamed location as to where Dick Grayson is basically saving the people in the slum. I wouldn't care if it was called a Bloodhaven's Ghetto or Bloodhaven Slum. It just needs a name. Because it feels like you're not giving these characters, or the characters in that area, a bit of a voice. Yes, I get that they're poor, even if it was called Bloodhaven Tent City. Just something. Or what was formerly known as Bloodhaven Tent City, as to the events that happened in the beginning of the story. And we also, in regards to location, we did get to see City Hall, and we also got to see the pier, and some events happen and around there. Moving into the cast of characters, now this is an area where I felt that he did pick up quite a lot in, and it did help with the story. We had Melinda Zuko, who is, no spoilers ahead. I'm sorry, I can't give away that spoiler. You got to read it for yourself. Mr. Maroney, Blockbuster, Nightwing, of course, Heartless, who made his appearance, full appearance against Nightwing, Oracle, and Tim Drake. For the overall story, I gave it a 7.5 out of 10. It's a bit of a bigger improvement to the previous issues, and I did like some of the things that happened and occurred in the story. Until then, please don't forget to hit the like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Let's keep it colourful, and if you've now made it to the end of this video, have yourself an awesome day.